One of the great opportunities in business is to set a worthy goal. And a worthy goal might be about the percentage of revenue that comes into your business that's recurring. Now, I really like that as an idea, right? If we take the total revenue pool, what percentage of that revenue is recurring revenue, and what percentage of that is what we go to call one-off revenue. One-off revenue, maybe like sales income. If you're going to have a look at recurring revenue, that might be about the amount of income that you get for managing a property inside of your property management portfolio. The aspirational goal for many business owners is not only to improve the saleable value of their asset, but also to get the recurring income to a point that ultimately that it can actually meet at least the recurring expenses. And ideally for that recurring revenue to be above the recurring expenses, so then you can actually get into a position that you can make a recurring profit. And the reason why this is such an important part is that now you've actually got something that's highly saleable on the inside of the business. Now, naturally, when you go and buy a property management rent roll, it's a fantastic outcome, but then you have to pay down the debt. And so there's a period of time where you're paying down that debt, and once you've paid off the debt, then all of a sudden you've actually got all of that property management revenue contributing towards paying the expenses, better known as the contribution margin. Our skill in being great business owners is to actually have that aspirational goal. What actually is our recurring expenses on a regular basis? What's our recurring revenue that we're going to require to get there? And how do we make sure that we can get into that position that we've got a highly saleable business and we de-risk it over a period of time? Now, there's no problems. You're either in profit mode or you're in growth mode. When you're in profit mode, you're sucking all the cash out, right? And when you're in growth mode, you're putting a lot of cash in to really make the business grow. What is important is to actually go to set the really worthy goal of what you want inside of your business. Do you want saleable value? Do you want balance sheet items? Do you want asset growth? Do you want to be in a position that you've got more recurring revenue? Do you want to be in a position that you move it away from maybe a key person inside of the business? Or you actually get yourself into a position that you start to diversify that income so that it actually isn't relying on just you in being that sole practitioner. Now more than ever before, it's actually that conversation on how you build recurring revenue, and recurring revenue models like Netflix and what's happened with Apple Music and all of the above has completely changed the entire way that we work. And now what we're starting to do inside of the residential real estate space is we're understanding the importance of really growing a strong recurring revenue basis that then we can then use to be a great lead source for one-off revenues and what we do inside of that sales environment. So what percentage of your revenue right now is recurring, and what percentage do you want it to be into the future? And what are we going to do now in terms of the strategic moves to be able to get that recurring revenue to ultimately grow?